Hello everyone, my name is Boris Kalyanis, and today I will be discussing the Heidi Roizen case. Heidi Roizen is considered to be a networking expert. I believe this all started with Tandem, where she learned the importance of networking. Later on, with Teammaker, she learned how to build these networks and how to utilize these networks to her advantage. Later on with Apple, she really started building more connections and a bigger network by joining different organizations. And she also learned a crucial aspect, which is asking for favors. Later on, she went on to become a mentor capitalist and finally a venture capitalist. I believe that there are some key aspects to her success. The first one is her personality. She is known to be very genuine, sincere when helping other people, and she really did want to help others. Um, Next is obviously the strength of her networking skills, um, and it's not just building a network, as Brian Utsi discusses in his article, "How to Build Your Network." It's also about becoming an information broker and building networks with other information brokers. So what this means is that you build your network, and in your network you encompass people who also have networks, strong networks. So what this means is that suddenly your network starts growing exponentially. This is definitely a skill that Heidi has, and she is considered an information broker. And finally, what is very interesting about her is that she didn't, early on in her career, she didn't just want to uh, make connections with people who are well known or in positions of power. She actually found people who were interesting and she really wanted to help them out. And this is how she built a lot of networks. And now these individuals have become successful people. The next skill and strength that she has is her ability to persuade people, and this is important in networking. So I'll be discussing some ideas presented in Robert Cialdini's article on persuasion, and specifically two of them. The first one is liking. So she's a very likable person, and she often merges her personal life with her professional life, and she brings people together. And she's just very likable. And when you have this likability, it really increases your persuasion, and people tend to want to be part of your network. Also, one of the aspects that I think is very prominent in Heidi is her consistency. Um, she prides herself in providing consistent performance in doing the best she can to help others. So this is definitely one of the her strongest attributes. And all these different skills are brought together by the fact that she's a giver. In Adam Grant's video and in his book Give and Take, he discusses three different kinds of people: givers, takers, and matchers. Givers obviously give without expecting anything in return. Takers just take, and matchers give uh, um, what they can take. So basically, quid pro quo. So I would definitely say that Heidi, throughout the initial and middle stages of her career, was a giver, and this is what really um, influenced her network. The fact that she always wanted to give to people. Sometimes during Apple, she got burned out because she get so many emails, 300 emails a day, 300 plus emails a day, and she would genuinely try to help as many people as possible. Also led to some of her weaknesses. To be a giver, and in Adam Grant's book, it describes givers as being at the bottom of the ladder and also at the top. So what is the differentiation between a good giver and a bad giver? So a good giver knows how to receive, and more importantly, seeks and accepts help. I believe that during her Apple and venture capitalist experience, Heidi stopped looking for assistance. She didn't seek help, and she was taking a lot of work herself. Um, in Adam Grant's video and book, they mention Adam Griffin, who is known to be the best networker out there, and he gives a piece of advice. He says 5-minute favors. What this means is quick favors that are going to be very influential in someone else's life, but come at very low personal cost. I believe that Heidi was not doing this correctly because she was spending a lot of time, a lot of energy into helping people, but she was just getting burnt out. And in the process, she had to say no to some of her friends when they ask for assistance. And I think this definitely is going to hurt her in the future. Um, another another weakness I think that Heidi has is that yes, she is an information broker, and yes, she does have a lot of connections, but she needs to network more with information brokers, and she needs to find these people who are nuclei of other networks, and this also plays part in the diversification of her network. She is very specialized in the high tech industry, but outside the high tech industry, she isn't known to have too many connections. So by not having a diversified portfolio, you could say, she's missing out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of opportunities that she could provide to her clients and that she could provide to the companies that are in the portfolio of her venture capitalist company. So my recommendation for Heidi is that she needs to start seeking out help, finding people who are like her, who want to give, who have strong networking abilities, who are persuasive, and who are givers, to become her information brokers and to become those nuclei to help her reach out with her networking and not get burned out. Overall, I think Heidi is is a very strong person, very successful person who has a lot of strengths, but there's always room for improvement. Thank you.